Welcome to Global Hub Updates. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. The South China Sea is once again a global flashpoint. In recent months, confrontations between the Philippines and China have escalated dramatically. These are not distant standoffs, they're aggressive, up-close encounters. Chinese Coast Guard vessels, much larger than their Filipino counterparts, have used water cannons and dangerous maneuvers to block Philippine supply boats. The main flashpoint, Ayungin Shoal, where Filipino Marines guard the grounded BRP Sierra Madre, a symbol of sovereignty. China claims the shoal and tries to block every resupply mission, turning each trip into a perilous journey. This is part of Beijing's broader strategy to assert control over vast maritime territories, ignoring international law. Manila has responded by abandoning quiet diplomacy, instead publicizing China's actions with embedded journalists and high-definition footage. This transparency aims to rally international support and unify the Filipino people. The stakes go far beyond territory, they challenge the rules-based international order. The 2016 Arbitral Tribunal ruling favored the Philippines, but China openly defies it, setting a dangerous precedent. For the Philippines, this is about defending its future, resources, and sovereignty. The world is watching as a small nation stands up to a regional giant. Every confrontation is a test of will and a signal to the international community. The outcome will shape not just the region but the global order. The Philippines is determined not to back down. The next chapter in this saga is being written now. To grasp the conflict, we must understand gray zone tactics, actions that fall short of open warfare but are designed to coerce and intimidate. China uses maritime militia disguised as fishing boats and a militarized coast guard to swarm and harass, staying just below the threshold of war. This ambiguity makes it hard for the Philippines to respond without risking escalation. Gray zone warfare erodes sovereignty without a single shot fired. In response, the Philippines and its allies are building integrated air and defense, or IAD, a proactive multi-layered deterrence network. IAD integrates diplomatic, informational, military, and economic tools to deter aggression before it starts. It creates a seamless web of surveillance, intelligence sharing, and rapid response among partners. The goal: make any act of aggression too costly for the aggressor. Gray zone tactics exploit uncertainty. IAD closes those gaps with unity and readiness. The message is clear. The region stands together and any threat will meet a swift, coordinated response. The battlefield has changed, and so has the defense. At the heart of the Philippines' new defense posture is its revitalized alliance with the United States. The 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty remains the cornerstone, with recent U.S. assurances that attacks on Philippine forces in the South China Sea will trigger mutual defense commitments. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, now gives the U.S. access to new strategic sites in the Philippines, especially near the South China Sea and Taiwan. This isn't about permanent U.S. bases, but about flexible, rapid, joint defense. Joint exercises like Balikatan have grown in scale and complexity, involving thousands of troops and advanced hardware. These drills simulate real combat scenarios and send a clear signal of alliance readiness. The U.S. is also boosting the Philippines' maritime domain awareness with intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance support. This helps Manila counter gray zone tactics with facts, not just rhetoric. The alliance is deepening beyond military hardware. Intelligence sharing and interoperability are now central. The partnership is modernizing the armed forces of the Philippines for 21st century challenges. It's a true partnership for regional stability, not just a security guarantee. The U.S.-Philippines alliance is now more relevant than ever. Together, they're building a credible deterrent against aggression. The message: the Philippines is not alone. The alliance is a pillar of peace in the Indo-Pacific. The stakes have never been higher. Japan has become a vital partner in the Philippines' maritime security. Once limited by its pacifist constitution, Japan now sees South China Sea stability as essential to its own security and economy. The Japan-Philippines partnership has deepened, with new agreements like the Reciprocal Access Agreement allowing joint training and exercises. Japan supplies the Philippines with modern patrol vessels and coastal radar, boosting maritime law enforcement and awareness. This support is critical for a country long hampered by outdated equipment. Japan's involvement is not just bilateral. It participates in trilateral and multilateral drills with the US and Australia. These exercises enhance interoperability and send a strong message of unity. Japan's contributions strengthen the deterrence network around the Philippines. The security of the South China Sea is now a shared responsibility among Indo-Pacific democracies. Japan's pivot marks a new era of proactive engagement. Together, these partners are building a rules-based order. The region is stronger for it. Australia, the southern anchor of the Indo-Pacific, has stepped up its partnership with the Philippines. A vocal supporter of international law, Australia backs the 2016 Arbitral Tribunal ruling and calls for peaceful dispute resolution. The defense relationship has gained new momentum, with joint exercises and the status of visiting forces agreement enabling regular training. This year, Australia and the Philippines conducted their first joint sea and air patrols in the South China Sea, a major milestone. Australia provides training, equipment, and capacity building, helping the Philippines modernize its forces. Multilateral exercises with the US and Japan further strengthen regional security. Australia's advanced capabilities and strategic location make it a crucial pillar in the IAD network. Its support is tailored to the Philippines' needs as it shifts focus to external defense. Australia's role is indispensable in deterring aggression and maintaining a free and open Indo-Pacific. The partnership is deeper, broader, and more vital than ever. Together, they are building a resilient security architecture. The Philippines isn't just relying on allies, it's taking bold steps to assert its own sovereignty. The government's strategy of active transparency exposes China's actions by embedding journalists and releasing footage of confrontations. This approach documents violations, builds diplomatic leverage, and unites the Filipino public. The narrative is no longer controlled by Beijing. The Philippines is also increasing patrols and escorting fishermen to ensure access to traditional fishing grounds. Every successful patrol is a small victory for sovereignty. Modernization is underway, with new ships, aircraft, and surveillance systems being acquired. The goal, a credible self-defense force that can protect the archipelago and contribute to the IAD network. Self-reliance and allied support are the twin pillars of strategy. The Philippines is determined to be the primary defender of its own sovereignty. The message is clear: it will not be pushed out of its own waters. The struggle for sovereignty is fought over specific flashpoints, most notably Ayungin Shoal and Scarborough Shoal. At Ayungin, Filipino Marines on the BRP Sierra Madre face constant Chinese attempts to blockade resupply missions. Scarborough Shoal, a traditional fishing ground, was seized by China in 2012 and remains under blockade, with Filipino fishermen often denied access. The Philippines continues to challenge China's control, escorting fishermen and asserting its rights. Beyond these, China's militarized artificial islands in the Spratlys, like Mischief Reef, threaten the entire region's security. These bases project Chinese power and undermine freedom of navigation. For China, control means dominance. For the Philippines, it's about survival and legal rights. The fate of these shoals and reefs will shape the region's future. Each confrontation risks escalation. The world is watching as these disputes threaten to ignite a larger conflict. The stakes could not be higher. True security starts with a strong economy. The Philippines is pursuing growth, reducing poverty, and attracting investment from allies to fund military modernization. Economic strength also shields against coercion and makes the nation a harder target. Partnerships with Japan and others go beyond defense. They include infrastructure and development projects. Protecting natural resources in the West Philippine Sea is vital for food security and future energy needs. Asserting sovereign rights over these resources is about survival and prosperity. Economic security complements military and diplomatic efforts. A prosperous Philippines is a stronger, more attractive ally. This holistic approach is essential for 21st century challenges. The nation is building resilience from the inside out. Security and prosperity go hand in hand. The South China Sea dispute is the front line of a broader contest for the regional order. At stake is the vision of a free and open Indo-Pacific, based on international law and equal rules for all. The Philippines, through assertive transparency and coalition building, has become a central actor in defending this vision. Smaller nations can push back against coercion by leveraging law, diplomacy, and partnerships. The Integrated Air and Defense Network operationalizes this vision, deterring aggression with collective strength. It's not about containing any one country, but preserving peace and stability for all. Deterrence and diplomacy must go hand in hand. The IAD network creates leverage for peaceful dispute management. The path is risky, but the Philippines and its partners offer hope. Together, they are forging a new era of collective security. The Indo-Pacific's future depends on unity, resilience, and resolve.